Joining me right now, a Republican member of the House Judiciary Committee, Greg Steube. Good to have you here, Congressman.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, Jerry Nadler, he's leading the fight. He's not going to give up. What is the cost to him? What is the cost to the Democratic Party? And what is the cost to America?
Well, I'll tell you, the cost to America is we're not focused on what the American people want us to be focused on. You know, in the beginning of your segment, you were talking about immigration and what the president talked about today. That's what the people want. The people want solutions to real problems. We have a problem on the border. The Judiciary Committee deals with immigration. I sit on that subcommittee. We could be solving the immigration crisis on the border right now. Instead, the Democrats are focused on investigating the president, and they're not happy with the Mueller report and the full Mueller report, despite the fact that 98% of it is now public. So they're just going to continue to try to investigate the president because they're not happy with the outcome of the 2016 election, and they can't beat Trump at the ballot box.
You know, Congressman, I think there's a reason, right, that they're not happy with the Mueller report, because somehow they had this idea in their head that there was collusion, and then when it turns out the president of the United States was not an agent of Russia, which, by the way, should make them actually pretty happy, they go crazy. And by the way, I'll add to that I think they're getting nervous. I think they're getting really nervous, right? Because Bill Barr is onto something. He's saying, why the heck did this happen to begin with?
Yeah, for 2 years they have sold to the American people, and the mainstream media has sold to the American people this lie that there was collusion with the Trump campaign in Russia. And so now I am so thankful that Bill Barr is focusing on how did we get to where we are today. If the basis of that FISA warrant was a dossier promulgated by the Clinton campaign, then I hope that the Department of Justice is going to investigate that, and I think that there's going to be some indictments that come from that.
Well, there's lots of investigating going on, and I think you're right. There will be some indictments, and there's been talk of criminal referrals. Let me play for you this sound of Jerry Nadler attacking Barr. Watch.
They welcomed it, they wanted it, and they tried, and they coordinated with it. Colluded, in a word. There's no question about that. Colluding with a foreign power to rig an American election. There's no question.
Despite Bill Barr saying over and over,
Well, Bill Barr is just a liar.
Okay, so if he's going to say Bill Barr is a liar, I guess he has to say Robert Mueller's a liar then, too,
right?
Because once again, if he bothered to actually read the report, maybe that reading session is actually good for him, right? That marathon reading session, because he might actually learn a thing or two. But why is it that they're on the attack right now? Why are they going after Bill Barr like they are?
Because they don't have any solutions for America. They don't want to talk about their socialist programs. They don't want to talk about Medicare for all. They don't want to talk about the Green New Deal. And they want to beat the president in the ballot box. The only way that they think they can do that is to try to start some impeachment proceedings.
Did they not see the polls? We can show them.
Exactly.
You're right there. Americans suspect something really bad happened with the FBI. And Americans are really not into this whole impeachment thing at all.
No,
so it is, I mean,
not.
hate to give them all the advice that might actually help them, but it is a losing proposition to continue down on this impeachment path. Ultimately, you know, as I was saying, it's expected there will be criminal referrals. What is your sense? Do you have a sense, Congressman, of what really happened? And is the deep state that deep?
It seems like it. I mean, if you've listened to what AG Barr has said, they've opened an IG investigation. The ranking member of the Intel Committee, Devin Nunes, has sent referrals to the DOJ. I absolutely think, at least it's my sense, that something's going to come of the fact that the American people were sold a fraud. The FISA court was sold a fraud under a Russian of this Russian dossier that came from the Hillary Clinton campaign, and there should be some real justice that comes from that. The Department of Justice shouldn't be in the business of politics. They should be in the business of the justice of the United States. And so if Attorney General Barr can find that there was bad actors that were politically motivated, then absolutely I hope that there's some indictments that come from this.
Congressman, stay on.